Okay, so I had mentioned in one of my previous videos that I didn't expect any immediate harassment because I had deleted my email address um, Sunday. That was very short-lived. so I deleted my email address Sunday because the whole point was for him not to be able to contact me. I don't really see any immediate need for him to contact me other than to belittle me or to say ugly things to me. And so I haven't really seen any um, productivity out of it. So I don't applaud it and I don't welcome it at all. So I don't like for him to contact me at all. I was a little bit on edge about deleting my email address for a while now. My husband did advise that I delete it because it was really his only way to contact me directly on my phone, and he knew that. My husband advised that I delete it so that I could kind of alleviate some of that stress and, just to kind of completely just cut the cord. And I didn't do it because I have a lot of things tied to it, and it was really the only way that the school was contacting me at that point because I did not provide my telephone number to the school when I changed it. My reasons for that is because every time that I provide my information to the school, he ends up with it. And I know that it's not their fault, but it's listed on my kids' files, and he has access to their files, and so that's how he gets it. So anyway, I did delete it, and so I sent myself a text email shortly after to see like what would happen, and of course I got a mailer demon. So I received a text message from Mr. over there the other day or today when I was in service with the client, and he told me that he's going to be up at the kid's school every day until I contact him about my son. There's no real issue to contact him about my son for, but I mean I don't really understand it. It's always just a big circle that we're talking in all the time, but it's really just to keep in contact. So the text message said, contact me about Marcus's last day of school Friday. He's not going to be going to a charter school next year. I don't know what you think. And then accusing me of saying this and this and that about him and his girlfriend or whatever. I'm not even going to get into that because I don't care about any of that. I didn't say any of it, and I'm not going to discuss myself about it. I'm going to talk about my kids, though, about the stuff that pertains to that. That he's not going to go to a charter school, and for me to stop telling my kids what he paid for, doesn't pay for, and that he's going to be up at the school every day until we talk about it, and that he didn't want to have to do this tonight at Veda's award ceremony. I was already kind of on edge today because of the award ceremony. I didn't know if he knew about it or not, and I don't really like to be in the same room as him because he harasses me and like says things. He won't shut his mouth. Like he'll just like, oh, you're so ugly, I can't stand you, and you're this and you're that and you're this. Okay, fine, mind your business over there, and I'll mind my business over here. Anyway, either way, it puts me on edge, and I get anxiety, and you talk to me around him, and if you're a survivor of domestic violence, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But anywho, so the message to me is a little bit it's a little stupid, to be honest, because there's no real substance in that message other than it's gaslighting. It's picking a fight and saying that I said things that I didn't say, or that's what gaslighting is. Gaslighting is they say things to you, manipulate you into thinking that you said things that you didn't say. It's all a game for control, is what it is. I don't really understand the message, I guess, because I was listed as a sole managing conservator in our court order, which basically states that I have exclusive rights to determine where my kids go to school at, and also the exclusive right to determine their primary residence without geographical restriction, and a whole bunch of exclusive other rights. But I'll get into those as they come up if I need to. But so basically, there was no reason or no point in that. So if he is up at my kid's school in the next few days, there's only a few more days left of school, then he can be up at the school. I don't really care. I don't know what exactly he's going to be doing. My son's school is immediately aware. They know exactly what's going on. They know this is already the situation, and I have begged them to do with him to not provide him with any of my information at all because I can't handle it. And the kind of harassing that I'm talking about is not like um he doesn't come straight up to me and like get in my face unless we're like in the same area, but he'll send the cops to my house 2-3 o'clock in the morning whenever everybody's asleep, and things like that. That's using the police as a weapon, and sadly it's not against the law to do that. So those are kind of some of the things that I have dealt with. But I basically just wanted to kind of touch base with that and just document that text message today and my misunderstanding of it or understanding of it or me just not seeing the real point in the message, but other than to gaslight. But again, it's not something that I normally respond to, but these are just examples of things that I receive, and it's all I just want to talk to you about the kids. Because you say something about my kids in the message doesn't mean that you're trying to contact or resolve something, because there wasn't any real issue that was brought up. It was a whole bunch of talking at me. You're not going to do this, and you're not going to do this, and you better do this, or I'm going to do this. It's a whole bunch of talking at me and barking orders and threats. But the way that our laws are set up, there's not a whole lot of protection or a whole lot of anything that anybody can do for me when it comes to this kind of thing, because like I said, there's no law that's like set up to protect survivors of domestic violence. And the way that our laws are set up at this point, it's kind of just like, you got out, you're done, you're safe, good, bye, on to the next one. And that's not really how it works, because anybody who knows or who's lived through domestic violence knows that it's extremely dangerous. Immediately after, and even years after. But I'll get into that in another video. But I just really wanted to just touch base on that text message today, and I will see you guys next time.